All right, join us as we work on Ghostbusters today. I am Luke with musicbythemeasurespro.com. Great sheet music resources. We have this sheet music as well as plenty of other titles, over 500 titles on our website. Become a member, help us support making more videos like this, more content like this, more sheet music for you guys. All right, so this is the first look at this. Not too bad, and even learning this will be like 80% of the song. So we have this A chord, D, full speed's 115. Our strum pattern in the beginning is down, up, down, down, up, down, down, down. 1 into 2, 3, 4. 1 into 2. So let's just get that going, and then we'll work through that rest and the chord changes. 3, 4. 1 into 2, 3. Megatron, you got your day off finally? I'm just practicing acoustic, took a nice nap, taught a couple lessons. I should say this acoustic guitar part doesn't actually exist in the song Ghostbusters. There is no acoustic guitar part. But this is kind of the chord movement throughout. It's easier to do with the capo, otherwise you'd be playing some bar chords. And we always kind of write these for students that just want to be strummers and don't really want to do any lead work right away. And you can hear that rest happens naturally just by relaxing my hand on that 8th note. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2. Should be the other way to play it. But if you listen to the song, it really does want those rests in there. And later in the chorus, where we have a different pattern, it really wants those rests in there. And those are going to be a bitch for me. But all right, this part. 3, 4. 1 and 2. So you kind of get the idea of that, and you see we have a lot of this going on throughout the song. All this intro is really made up. Hey, thanks, Ball Out Flag Football. Thanks, my guy. I'm a better guitarist than I am a drummer, which I've been doing a lot of drums lately. But, you know, you get good at this. The verse is the exact same pattern. We're playing this idea throughout. So let's get this up to speed, and then we'll work on the other section, which is going to be a little bit harder for me to play. Go up to 100. Hola. Pingal SL Pure. Probably not your name, but it's the idea. Let's get a little 4-bar section of this going. Yeah, it's all the same. Okay, just verifying it. Oh, I lied. All of a sudden we have these eighth notes that come up. All right, it comes up once, so don't get fooled by that. These 2 eighth notes on this G, which I almost was fooled by. Rachel, glad to hear it was good. So, pretty good at that part, right? I am crap at this next section. I looked at it a little bit before. I try to make these like first look, but I also don't want to look like a complete idiot when I do these. So you see that G measure here, it shows up again. Now this chorus, and chorus is kind of trying to keep that movement of the song, even though, like I said, there's no acoustic guitar part in there. Here's still the movement. Here's the idea of what's going on. This idea is a little trickier for me. All right, I'll just break it down. So our first part is 1 E and A. And then there's that little rest in there. And again, you're going to want those rests to actually exist. Oftentimes we play. It's not what the song's looking for. It's looking for. All right. So it's A minor. And it's at 1 E and A. 1 E and A, 2 E and A. So if you need to work on your dotted eighth notes, this is a good song for it and a good exercise for it. And I can tell already, like this part, I'm not going to get up full speed today. I'll get the idea in my head. I'll work on counting it. I'll struggle. Tomorrow it'll be a little bit better. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. And on 4, if you're playing this A minor chord like this, they want an A minor with a G in the bass. So that's just, our pinky's going to sneak up here. Now if that's too hard for you, skip it. Or you could play that. Kind of sounds a little weird with that B in there. I would say skip it and just play A minor throughout. Viberver. Thank you for subbing. Sorry for mispronouncing your icon name. That's not the right way to say that, but thank you for subbing, my guy. Vibver. So for somebody who has phonetic dyslexia, all these names are hard. Except for Rachel. Rachel I did pretty good with. All right, so 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. I just need to count that out like 100 times and maybe not be too picky about these rests right away. 1 E and 2 E, 2 E and 3 E and we'll get this. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E. Sorry, guys. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. We're just going to try to get that down. And first, do the same thing that I was doing in the beginning. Do some mutes on it. It'll help lead it a little bit more. I won't have to think so much about my right hand. 3 E and 4. And 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. You can just see that's a mouthful for me to count, but I need to count it like 100 times. I'm not going to do it 100 times live because you guys would not watch. But you just need to count this so many times that you no longer need to count it. Not a completely unusual strum pattern, but it's very choppy. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. Now, spend some time counting this. We're going to repeat this rhythm over and over again, so it's worth putting the time in. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. One more time. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4. Oh, also notice on that A minor chord, A minor / G, we end up getting this string muted just by our pinky being a little lazy, right? And that's a good thing because we don't want that open note in there. And again, you can hear why we want that rhythm. It fits the song so well. Doesn't make it easy to play though. All right, let's do some more mutes. E and 4, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. Guys, you can tell I'm struggling. It's a hard rhythm for me. So don't beat yourself over the head. Part of it's the changes, part of it's the mutes. Let's just move to this next measure. Kind of like piece these together. We'll go back and work on that first part. Come back to this, and just even tackling it and struggling, you're going to understand it better, and I'm going to understand it better too. So this is almost the same rhythm except for beat 4, where it's 4 and down. So we got 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. It's a cool rhythm. Doesn't make it easy though. And 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and gotta make the right chord though. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4. So oftentimes I'm just rushing through it. Yeah, that 2E is really tough for me. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. All right, let's move to the next measure. We're gonna be okay with all of these being a little sloppy. Just get them all in your head and then work on something else. So we have a D/F sharp. Our thumb's getting over top on that F sharp note, and we got 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and then to a regular D. It might be a hard loop to make too, but we'll try it. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and all right, yeah, let's try it. Struggling a little bit on this chorus. 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E. So even counting, I'm kind of bad at that. 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 and 4 and now I am using a little bit of my right hand to mute those strings because of those two open notes and that D/F sharp chord. Trying not to, trying to just do it all with my left hand, but it doesn't always happen. 1 and 2 E and 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and a 1 and 2 E and 3 E and a 4 and all right. And then really I think it's this last measure and then it's just a repeat. Yeah. All right. So yeah, one hard section in the song in my mind, more rhythmically than chords. The chords are pretty straightforward throughout. Let's just do this D, even though it's the same rhythm. Just gives you more time to work on these rhythms. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and even that I'm struggling on. And 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4 and so really slaughtering those 16th notes. Let's try to put these 4 measures together. It's just not gonna go well. That's what practice is about, right? Like, be okay being sloppy. It's brand new to me. It's brand new to you, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, but it probably is. And I'm gonna really want to rush that 4. So 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and 3. Yeah, all those 4s. So the first measure and the third measure that has that beat 4, that quarter note. It's a little throws me off. All right, let's see if we can just get the mute going. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and a this is not going well for me, right? But this is practice. It's gonna be a little ugly right now. The mutes are fine. I can count that rhythm out. Putting these rhythms in and just getting my left hand to, just add one more rhythmic thing in confuses me. Let's do it again. All right. We're going to leave that idea. We're going to go back to the beginning. Just get this up to speed. So let's split the difference. Let's do 107. Let's just keep this loop of 4. much easier for me to play. But, you know, the idea of learning a new strum pattern, right, is you don't want to just play everything that's easy for you to play. You want to challenge yourself. And then these new strum patterns, these new ideas will come into your playing. So instead of you know, every strummer that I've ever taught is like, I only know 4 patterns and I just keep doing the same patterns over and over again. That's why we learn these new ideas. You struggle through them, you get better at them. All right, full speed, start with mutes. So when I get a part down to full speed, one thing that I like to do is go a little bit over. So let's go to 120, and this is a little bit stalling from having to work on that hard section that, you know, really pushes my brain. But it's also just good to go a little bit faster than you'll ever have to play. Then when you slow it down to 115, it becomes a little bit more relaxed. Double G gets me sometimes. 3, 4. Let's do a couple at 115. Go back to the hard section. There might be one. Yeah, there's definitely 2 other sections of the song, or at least one other, but I think they're both straightforward. But we'll just stick to these 2 for today. So back to mutes, hearing that slower tempo. Little screw ups, but that's okay. That G surprises me and it shouldn't. Hit that hard part. One thing in my own practice, especially doing these lives, because I don't really practice these songs before, I will make sure that I practice this rhythm tonight so that tomorrow or Monday when I do this next live, it's not as painful as it is right now. You know, at least hit 15 minutes of this rhythm. But it's a good way to learn. Throw yourself out there, put a metronome on, just see what you can get done. So we got 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. We'll see what happens. And a 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E. I forgot the rest. 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. So you hear me trying to do a couple times where I'm counting it, really thinking hard about it, and a couple times just feeling it. And you hear that feeling it, especially in that and of 2, and then that the of 3. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and 4. Just with metronome, I get a little drifty if I'm not counting. So count until you don't have to count. It will come. Like you can see, earlier part, I'm not counting at all. So this rhythm can get to that place too. Just only get there by counting it 100 times. 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E. So same rhythm, well, almost same rhythm, right? A little bit of change right there. We can stay on the same chord. Got to work on those rests, making them feel more natural, which will come with time. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and 3 E. 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and make the right chord. 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4. 2 E and 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4. It's very easy for me to do those up strums on the downbeat. All right, let's put all 4 of those together and just see what happens. Try to get a couple good reps in, then we'll call it. we're slaughtering that, which makes sense because it's about ghosts, you know. Can't have ghosts if you don't slaughter. Let's try 65. And as long as I can do the mute, I'm happy. I don't see the chords doing well during that part. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 2, 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a So you hear those 16th notes get a little. If you're hearing an up strum and a click, you know I made a mistake. Let's go a little faster. The saving grace is I know I can count it. I know I can do this when I go 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3. Let's do a couple of those at 70. 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a. A lot of thinking, but you know it's not sounding smooth yet, but that'll come. Let's just keep speeding it up until I completely fall apart. You might argue that you've already seen me fall apart completely. brain farted. Again though, I mean, the idea is there, so just keep on pushing that tempo. If I was missing it completely, I'd be like, all right, let's just call it a practice. But because the idea is there, just keep on trying to hone it in. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4. One speed faster, and then I'm gonna call it. Do 85. I'm sliding those 16th notes around. 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4. 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4. Alright, so 80 was obviously my cap. Alright, let's do 2 more at 80, and then I'll call it. We got to the point where I couldn't think about it, so usually a sign that I'm just done. 3, 4. Let's do a couple count. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and 3. I'm playing even sloppier. So I'm going to call it for today. I feel like I got enough accomplished on this. So guys, if you want to help support the channel, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But also, if you have a need for good sheet music resources, become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. And I'll be doing more of these this next coming week. So peace and have a good rest of your day.